Hi, welcome. Today during my office hour, there are a few students asked me this question regarding Venn diagrams, how to use Venn diagram to solve application questions. I also see that quite a few students leave this question blank in your homework. So here we go. I'm going to go over these questions. So this is question section number 1.3, number 93. The question states, a special interest group has conducted a survey concerning a ban on handguns. Note, a rifle is a gun, but is not a handgun. The survey yielded the following results for 1,000 households that responded. 271 own a handgun, 437 own a rifle, 497 support the ban on handguns, 140 own both a handgun and a rifle. Okay, and is important here, both of them. And then 202 own a rifle but no handgun and do not support the ban on handgun. This one here is very specific. So it said, we'll come back to that one. So 74 own a handgun and support the ban on a handgun. 52 own both a handgun and a rifle and support the ban on handguns. So before I answer the question on the left below here, I'm gonna define some terms. So let's let H represent owning a handgun, R represent household that owns a rifle, S represent household that support the ban on handguns. Now, using these three terms, I'm gonna label the Venn diagram. Okay, so let's label it. I'm gonna label just label the first one H. So this is H, this one is my R, and this one is my S. Okay. Now I'm gonna use these given three letters here to denote what is given to me. So let's look on the top again. So here I'm talking about handgun. 271 own a handgun. So handgun is H. So H is equal to 271. Okay, so this is the first piece. The second piece says 437 own a rifle. So rifle for R. So R is equal to 437. Okay, the second piece. 497 support the ban on handgun. So S is support the ban on handgun. That is 497. Okay. 140 own both a handgun and a rifle. So this is a keyword here, and we call that and we use this notation for and, right? So we say that is own both a handgun and a rifle. So handgun is H, okay, rifle is R. So household that own both of them, both type of weapons are 140 of them. So 140 household. Okay, the next one, 202 own a rifle but no handgun, do not support the ban on handgun. Let's kind of understand which region referring to here. Okay, so let me make it a little smaller so we see the whole circle. It said 202 own a rifle. Owning a rifle referring to regions inside this here. Owning a rifle is everything inside here. It says, but no handgun. No handgun tells me I don't want this part here. So that means I only want this part. Okay, the whole thing here. So that's no handgun. Do not support the ban on handgun. Do not support a ban on handgun tells me I don't want this part either. So the 202 is very specific, referring to this region over here. Since I already know this region is 202, I'm going to write the number here. So this is 202. Okay. And I can take out this piece of information here. Next one, 74 own a handgun. So own a handgun is H. And support the ban on handgun, and we use this notation. Support the ban is S. So that is equal to 74. 74 own a handgun, support the ban. Last piece, it tells me that 52 own both a handgun. So owning both a handgun, let me use the last one here. So owning a handgun is H. and a rifle is R, and support the band is supporting the band is S, and that's equal to 52. Again, this piece of information also very specific, and that tells me this is a household that owning both handguns and a rifle and support the band, and that is referring to this region over here. Okay, so this region here is 52, so I can use this piece of information too. So that is 52. So far we have this part. Now I'm going to use the notation, the equations that I set up over here. So which is this, all this notation over here. I'm going to try to fill in the blank space in each region. And before I fill it out, I'm going to label them with different parts, like using letters. So I'm going to call this region A. I'm going to call this region B. Let's call this region C. Let's call this region D. And call this E. I'm going to call this one F, and I call this G, and is it another region? Yes, let's call this region H, and region H here representing household that do not have handgun, do not have rifle, and also do not support the band. Okay, so let's solve for each part here. Now, using each piece of information, I can figure it out. I'm going to look for the intersection first. Now the intersection H and R tells me I'm looking for this region over here, that is H and R. So that is E plus B. So E plus B is 140. So I have E plus B. E plus B give me 140. And I know that from here, this piece of information over here. I'm going to draw arrow so you see it. And I know E is 52 already. So 52 plus B is going to give me 140. Now I just need to solve for B by subtracting 52 to both sides. So B is equal to 88. So B is 88. I'm going to fill in the blank space for B. Okay, that is 88. In the same manner, I can use the intersection, which the second piece is 74. The intersection between H and S, referring to this region over here, H and S, right? Representing this part here. So that's D plus E. So I have D plus E is going to give me 74. And that is this piece of information over here. And D, we don't know, so I'm going to put D. But we do know E. So plus E is 52. That's equal to 74. I subtract 52 to both sides. So D is equal to 22. So D is 22. I'm going to fill it in here. Okay. Now I have using all these two pieces of information. Now let's look at my Venn diagram here. Is it anything I can solve already? Like in any one of those circles here. Let's look at H. Again, in H, I have A, B, E, D. Note that I know all of them except A. So that tells me I have A plus B plus D plus E is equal to H. So A, B, D, E, okay? And we know all of them except A. So A plus, let me use a different color. A plus B, in this case 88 plus 88 plus 22 plus 52, and H is equal to 271. Now I just need to solve for A. Okay, so A is equal to 271 minus 88 minus 22 minus 52, which gonna give me 109. Okay, so A is equal to 109. Okay, now let's look at the circle again. Is there any piece of information I can fill in further? I cannot do S right now because there's two missing, G and F, but I could do R. Okay, so let's look at this part here. In R, notice that I know every piece of region information here. I know B, E, C. The only one missing is F. So I could set up an equation like I did before. So I have B plus C plus E plus F is going to give me R total. R total is 437, okay, which is 437 is from here. Now let's just plug in and solve again. So now here I have add them all up and subtract. So B is 80A plus 202 plus 52 plus F is going to give me 437. So, 437 minus 80A minus 202, then minus 52, you should get F is equal to 95. I would recommend that you pause the video and try to solve it yourself. So that is 95. Let me write it better. So this region here is 95. Okay. Now let's look. Finally, can look at G. Again, G is this whole thing all together here. Okay. We know, and this is G region is equal to D plus E plus F plus G, and we know the total for supporting the band on handgun is 497. So 497. Now it's a matter of substituting in and solve. So I have 22 plus 52 plus 95 plus G is going to give me 497. Subtract 497 minus 22 minus 52 minus 95. You should get G is equal to 328. So 328. Okay. Now we're almost done. The only part missing here is H. Well, let's see how many people in the survey here. It was given to us in the direction. Oh, it tells me that 1,000 household participate in the survey, responded. So in my universe here, the total grand total is 1,000. Now to find H, I just need to subtract all this number from 1,000. So I can set it up as basically write up A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G plus H, the only one that I don't know right now, is equal to the grand total, which is 1,000. Okay, so I substitute the value in for A, B, C, D, E, F, and then remaining H, or you could just subtract that from both sides. So once you solve for it, you should get H is equal to 104. So this is 104. Okay, now we complete the Venn diagram. Let's look at the question that it answered. So we can answer the question on here. So let's do one at a time. So we are this part. A. How many households in the survey own only the handgun and do not support the ban on handgun? So I'm looking for household that own a handgun. Only the handgun is this circle over here, H. And do not support the ban on handgun. That means I don't want this part. Okay. And only handgun, that means I don't want this part either. It doesn't own a rifle. So that is exactly 109. Okay. So the answer here is 109. So 109 household. Okay. Part B, how many of these surveyed household do not own a gun? So I don't want H, I don't want R here. And support the ban on a handgun. Support the ban tells me I'm inside S. Do not own a gun tells me I don't want D, E, F region. I only want G. So that's region G, and that is 328. Okay. 328 household. Part C. How many of the surveyed households do not own a gun and do not support the ban on handguns? Doesn't own a gun and doesn't support the ban, so they are outside of those circles. So that is 104. So 104 households. Okay, and this completes the video. Let me zoom out later so you can see the whole question. Okay, thank you for watching and see you next time.